The gods demand extinction, a slaughter in sight. Against humanity, they're forced to fight. The heavens gather their strongest kind, while humans leave their best behind. Ragnarok begins, the final stand to save the race of every man.
Since the days of old, back in ancient China, a strength so wild, a soul filled with fire, crossing the land just to find a test. No matter the foe, they were laid to rest. The world was too frail, the weapons would fail, training the spirit until the gods went pale, climbing the peaks, prepared to never die until the spirit strikes with the open sky.
In Asgard's realm, among gods, a legend was born. The hammer mjolnir by a divine hand, it is worn.
Slaughtering giants, protecting the kin, victory after victory, again and again. No glory in sight, no joy in the kill, just a deep-seated boredom, a void to fill.
Two lonely legends waiting for the gate, two equals meeting to challenge their fate.
But the peak of humanity's a lonely height, until the clouds parted for a different kind of might.
From the plains of the east to the halls of the north, the thunder and the general are now stepping forth.
The pressure rises, the cloud's gonna break, it's like the world isn't ready to take. The firmament's raining, the thunder will cry, the first second changes everything under the light. The sky, the eater splits the atmosphere, the ultimate strike is unleashed. From yawning is fully awake now,
Power of a god has increased.
Races against the lightning, a collision that tears the sky. The flying general's legs give way, but the warrior refuses to die. Red Harbor leaps into the fray, carrying a message to the end.
Two souls reaching the peak that only the strongest can comprehend. The clash of gear, earth and spirit, the arena begins to explode. The destiny of the first round is reaching the end of the road. A single blow settles the skull, leaving the stadium in the daze. The legend of the strongest human consumed in the blaze. The spirit shattered to dust, but the warrior died with a smile, having finally found a rival who made the struggle worthwhile.
The heavens turn to ashes, the horn begins to sound. The fate of every soul is buried in the ground. From the peaks of the divine to the dirt of the earth, will prove to the creators what a mortal life is worth. The Valkyrie sings for the souls of the brave, who will claim the throne and who will find a grave. The power of the gods against the spirit of a man, a battle for survival since the dawn of time began.
The image of God, the first human ever created, the image of the divine entering and to hold humanity's defensive line. Eden was a paradise till the council's judgment went cold. The story of the serpent and the lies that the heavens told. Eva was accused, but the father of man saw the spite, rejecting the fruit, and the God stepping out into the light. No need for a weapon, no need for a golden throne, protecting the survival of his children with bare hands alone. The eyes of the Lord active, mirroring every godly move. A battle of the origins with everything left to prove. Facing the king of Olympus, the one who rules with a rod. A mere mortal stepping in the ring to challenge the power of God.
The surpassing time, the godfather of cosmos.
The peak of the heavenly frame, the form of Adam's awakening, blocking every escape. 1 per second, the fabric of time is starting to freeze. A testament of power, bringing the gods to their knees. The nervous system is frying, the vision is starting to fade. But the father of man refuses to fall for the choice he made. Surviving the pressure of the heavens, throwing the lightning back. A soul that won't shatter under the weight of the final attack. Victory for the king of the gods, the spirit is spread.
The father of humanity is still standing, even though he is dead.
The pride of the heavens is withered down, the ringing and falling and true. Adam, the children of the earth are finishing this war for you.
The heavens turn to ashes, the horn begins to sound. The fate of every soul is buried in the ground. From the peaks of the divine to the dirt of the earth, will prove to the creators what a mortal life is worth. The Valkyrie sings for the souls of the brave, who will claim the throne and who will find a grave. The power of the gods against the spirit of a man, a battle for survival since the dawn of time began. The gates of the third round swing open and wide. The greatest of losers meets the peak of the pride. A mortal who failed until the spirit was honed against the cold perfection of the king on the throne.
A lifetime of failure, not a single win to the name. No taste of victory, just the analysis of the game. Like a wild animal adapting to the edge of the steel. In the space of the mind, the combat was already real. The world saw loser, a man who would always retreat. But the greatest swordsman was born from the dust of defeat, absorbing the masters, turning every scar into power, waiting for the spirit and the sword to finally flower. Ridiculous pride that the heavens would even allow the tyrant of the sea to watch a mere mortal bow. Waste the divine time with a creature so fragile and weak. Against the king of the oceans, the outlook is bleak. Adamus was erased by the one who the heavens had chose. The trident strikes down any brother who tries to oppose. Insolent insects showing a defect in the design. Poseidon is here to erase the human bloodline.
The ocean surface shatters, the arena starts to chill. A battle of the ego against the legendary will. The trident meets the steel, the rhythm starts to lock. The greatest
storm upon the sand. 1,000 strikes of lightning from a cold godly hand. 1,000 image defense scanning every ripple and wave. The greatest loser rising from the edge of the grave, absorbing the power of the sea, every rhythm and flow. The blade to swallow, countering the tyrant below. The sword's been evolving with every heartbeat and breath. The human spirit dancing on the doorstep of death. The king of the deep unleashing a final cold flood, a perfection seeking out the taste of mortal blood. But the spirit of the fighter is no longer alone, carrying the weight of every master ever known. A flash of dual blades sends the trident to the floor. The tyrant of the sea silenced by a legendary roar. The ocean calms down as the divine light begins to fade. The perfection of a god broken by a human blade.
Paths of the mortal, crossing with the divine. Whose blood will stain the ocean, whose heart will hold the line. A battle to the death will show the final way. The loser must evolve or the sea claims to prey. Evil meets justice and London turns to grey. Only one of us is destined to stay beyond the point of who will truly thrive. Only the strongest spark is left alive.
Born in the darkness of the 19th century streets, the most infamous assassin that a hero ever meets. A child gifted with vision, seeing colors of the soul, watching emotions bleed until the spirit loses control.
Searching for the beauty in the middle of the pain, hiding in the shadows, the city starts to rain. Taking the life that gave birth just to see the final glow. The malice of the Ripper is the only truth to know.
Once a fragile boy, you chose the path of righteous light, choosing the hardest road to gain the power and the might. Drinking the blood of Zeus, the ambrosia in the glass, risking the very soul to let the human weakness pass. Wiping out an army with the strength of a divine hand. The champion of justice taking over for the land. A pact was made with Olympus to save the human race. The protector of the weak with the scars upon the face. Chatty G and power collide, but the Ripper takes the lead, deceiving the opponent with a cold and calculated deed. The force of a god transforms the arena into stone. Tattoos covering the skin of power never before known. Fierce as a lion, with the vision of an eagle in the sky. Like a bull with brute force, leaving the killer where shadows lie. But a divine weapon tears the arm of the hero from the frame, bringing a victory that leaves the crowd screaming out in shame.
Paths of the mortal, crossing with the divine. Whose love will stain the ocean, whose heart will hold the line. A battle to the death will show the final way. The loser must evolve or the sea claims to prey. Evil meets justice and London turns to grey. Only one of us is destined to stay beyond the point